Hey guys, I've got just a quick update video for you today. I finally finished sewing up my soft packer. I still have to go out and buy Velcro to add to it, but the actual packer itself is finished and all sewn up, and I wanted to show you guys what it looked like now that it's not full of safety pins. So, if you haven't already guessed from the intro and the title of the video, I'm about to show you a prosthetic. Trigger warning, I guess. Anyway, here it is. Now, there was a little bit more sewing involved than I initially realized. And I did a couple of style choices. Like this right here. I did this thick cord in the middle to make it look a little bit more realistic, and it made a nice little seam on the back, and the thick cord down the middle there. In the back, I folded it. I folded this up in here and the shaft part around and attached it that way, and then it's again reattached on either side over here. And there was a little bit of extra sewing to do right here and up in here that has been folded over and covered up. And that sewed up a couple of holes that was left over from the ball sack. And I also reinforced a little bit right here so that there are like 4 or 5 attachment points. So these two things are not going to be coming apart. I think I stitched around at least 3 times over in the back, so none of the stuffing is going to come out. I am not happy with the way the head came out, the way it's stitched like that, because it looks like there's no stuffing in it. So I think when I make this again, or the next one that I make, I'm not going to include the head. I'm just going to have it one single shaft loose stuffed, the way that I have the balls done. Other than that, it came out great. It's the right size, it's the right shape. This little tab up here where I folded it is really easy to put a safety pin through to wear in your underwear. I've got a little piece of cloth that I'm going to sew to the back of this, and then I'm going to sew Velcro onto that, and then I have to sew Velcro into my underwear for it to stick. It's a little bit of an involved process. However, once it's all done, it's done. You don't have to do it again. And I don't have to worry about safety pins poking me, and I don't have to worry about safety pinning my junk into place every time I change my underwear. For me, that was just on the other side of dysphoria for me. It's like there's just fine line of this is not dysphoric and this is dysphoric, and that was just crossing that line for me. Whereas Velcro, where all I'm going to have to do is take it off and stick it back on, and it's going to take me half a second, and I don't have to think about it anymore, is going to be great. That's on this side of not dysphoric for me. I also won't have to worry about harnesses. I won't have to worry about it getting hot and sticky. This thing is sturdy enough I can throw it in the washing machine, so I don't have to hand wash it or have, awkward episodes in, the bathroom where I'm washing a packer in the sink or anything. Overall, I much prefer the soft cloth packer over anything else for general day-to-day packing. I have too many issues with cleanliness and ease of use and just being more problematic than it was dysphoria solving for me for the more medical silicone prosthetic type of packers. But yeah, when I get the Velcro done, I'll make another video and show you guys that. But for now, this is what I've got. I also took my time really making this so that I 100% thoroughly thought out everything as I was doing it, so I got the process 100% down, and I realized what I like, what I don't like, what I'll do again, what I won't, making sure that this is super duper sturdy and will stand up in the washing machine, which I will probably update you guys again with how it looks after it's been through the washing machine for the first time. Anyway, if you guys like this and are interested and you don't want to spend I probably spent at least 6 hours sewing this, but that's also because I was going really, really slow and taking my time and figuring everything out. But it probably will. This is a lot of hand sewing, and if you're not somebody who sews often, it probably will take you several hours to sew one of these. So if you don't want to do that, and you're interested in me making one for you, you can go ahead and hit me up here, and we will work something out. I hope to streamline this process so that I can start selling them on an eBay store, because I much prefer something like this over your everyday other types of packers, and I think it should be more available. And a lot of the ones that I've seen out there are just a weird and awkward design. This is probably the simplest, easiest, right size. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. Overall, it's just my personal favorite design compared to everything else I've seen out there. So, that about wraps this up. This is the final packer and how it looks. And if you're interested in me making one for you, shoot me a message. Alright, Wolfgang out.